Ladies and gentlemen.
I can't really heard what Jeremy says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings right in my ear.
Introduce.
This is a guy that's going to be traded, though. You're an announcer with a long stick from time to time.
You think it's my fault? Is that what you're saying? This guy's such an idiot here.
The Puck Luck Fantasy Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Puck Luck Fantasy Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Sudemans, and right over there is your other host, Derek Sudemans. Today we're going to be breaking down the 2-game slate on DraftKings, and this might be our last 2-game slate for a while unless both these games go to Game 7 on Wednesday. So let's hope for that. Don't forget to follow along at our website, puckluckfantasy.com, where you'll find our stacks, our player rankings with all the values. We got our goalie rankings, line matching stats. Check it out, and you'll know what we're talking about here. Also, follow us on Twitter to get any news. And let's get into the first game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. So we got Tuukka Rask projected and Frederik Andersen projected. And in this game, we have our favorite value pick goalie for the night, and that's Frederik Andersen. We kind of got 2 tiers of goalies tonight. I'll just go through that real quick. Andersen and Holtby, tier 1 goalies. Rask and Bobrovsky, tier 2 goalies. So there is a bit more value in the top 2 goalies, but it's not a huge spread. So you can really go with any goalie tonight, but we do like Andersen and Holtby slightly more than those other 2. So what kind of lines can we make with these guys?
We can make lots tonight, which is great. And we get to finally use the Maple Leafs. So, yeah, it's a good day. So we have really shuffled lines for the Maple Leafs today. We like the Kapanen, Van Riemsdyk, and Bozak line the best today. They're our 3rd overall stack in terms of value. And then we also really like the Marner, Kadri, and Marleau line, as usual. So we've been on them for quite a little while here. They're back together now that Kadri's back from his suspension. So that makes for another great play. They're our 4th rated value line of the night. And then the 5th rated value line of the night is it's not the first line from Boston. It's actually the 2nd line with DeBrusk, Rick Nash, and David Krejci there. So those are really the main 3 lines. It's going to be sort of interesting to see how the lines will match up tonight. They are in Toronto, so I expect potentially they'll go with the Marleau line to match up against the top line for Boston. So that might free up Van Riemsdyk, but now he's got Brown and Hyman on his line right now, I think. So it looks like they're going for a more spread out line again
Matthews,
tonight.
You mean? You said Van Riemsdyk.
Oh, did I? Okay,
Matthews.
yeah. Matthews and Brown and Hyman. Yeah, so that's their top line. That's so they're nice and spread out tonight. So, but we like those the 2nd line, I guess, and the 3rd line the best tonight from the Leafs. Defenseman though, did you notice any?
Yeah, Gardiner is way at the top. Dermott is also, but he's only 2,900. Gardiner, you can play with either of those 2 stacks because he pairs with Kapanen from that JVR Bozak Kapanen line, and then he also pairs with Marleau from the Marleau Kadri Marner line. Or if you go with Morgan Rielly, who's a bit less value but still pretty much up there, he matches with 2 out of 3 of those guys on both the lines. So you can so that's even better, I would say.
Yeah, Gardner's down all the way to 3.6K, which is really, really cheap. So
crazy.
Make sure you get him for sure in your cash lineups, and then as many tournaments as you can. He's going to be my go-to sort of like cheaper guy of the night. So that's where you can get a lot of value from him. But like you mentioned, Morgan Rielly is still up there, but I'm going to be trying to get a lot of Jake Gardiner tonight.
All right. Yep. And then on the Boston side, Chara's up there. None of them are way up there in value, but Chara and Krug you could take if you were taking any Boston lines, which we weren't too interested in tonight, other than that Nash and
DeBrusk, the 2nd line there, but Krug doesn't pair with them very well. So
nope, only McAvoy does on that 2nd power play unit. And he's down there. He's overpriced for sure. So
so it'll be nice. We get to fade all of the Boston players tonight. So
yes,
that's fun.
This is probably the first time we've done that this playoffs.
I think so. So all right, that'll be good.
Okay,
looking forward to that.
Yeah, let's get to the next game between the Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Braden Holtby projected and Bobrovsky projected. And like I said earlier, we like Holtby a bit more than Bobrovsky. Both goalies in play, but Holtby's a bit better value.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention just quickly with the goalies, the reason why Bobrovsky is so low tonight is mostly because of the expected shots that he's going to see. He's only expected to see 27 shots tonight. And that's because I was looking at the team statistics. And if you pull up Washington's road shots per game, I'm just pulling that up right now. You can see that Washington is third last in terms of they have the third fewest shots per game on the road. So that's why Bobrovsky is our least rated goalie of the night. That's unfortunate because the top two lines of the night are both Columbus lines. But that just means you get to take a different goalie.
You still can take Bobrovsky, I would
Yeah.
say, because he's not way less value. He's 0.75, whereas the top guys are 0.95, to put it into some perspective. So you're losing 2.2 there in value, which I guess if you really want to pair him with a Columbus stack, that is doable. I wouldn't say you have to avoid him at all costs.
Yeah, especially with only two games on the night too. So you can really take pretty much any goalie on almost any of these nights. I would just avoid the really bad value ones. But
there's no standouts like that tonight. So
no, not really. So I do really like that. So we like the second line from the Blue Jackets with Vanek, Wenberg, and Jenner now. So Wenberg's up to their second line again. So we like them. They're 12.3, so they're a pretty cheap stack. So you can pair them with a little bit more of an expensive one. Maybe the Marner line would work with that. I like, and they will probably be a little bit less owned compared to the top line for Columbus as well. Though we do like the top line for Columbus. They're right behind them.
Yep,
So,
and then throw Jones in with that top line. Like always, he's our top value pick. He's just expect to get so many fantasy points per night, and even at 5,400, he's up there as one of the most expensive guys, but he's still always up there as one of the most valuable guys.
yeah, and he always seems to be producing. So I mean, he should be up there. So makes sense. But if you're going to be using Jones with the line one there, and then Werenski's still up there too.
Yeah.
He goes really well with the second line stack.
He isn't on the power play anymore.
Oh, he's not.
No.
He's on second power play.
No. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so Jenner and Wenberg are both on that power play with him. So if you want to do a mini stack even with just Jenner, Wenberg, and Werenski, that could be another way to go. And especially with with these 2 game slates, it's you want to do a lot of mini stacks usually.
Yeah, and as far as Washington goes, anything you're seeing from them?
No. We're really going to be fading all of the Washington players tonight. Even the top line, which would be the one to go to. I think they've probably gone up in price because of the big night they had a couple nights ago. So they're starting to drop in terms of value. So we're going to be fading all of the Washington Capitals lines tonight.
Unless you want to do a one-off with John Carlson on D. And Holtby is one of the more valuable goalies of the night as well. We said that. Yeah,
Carlson is he's around 6th, I think, in terms of value for a defenseman.
Yeah, he's back up.
He's definitely right up there. You can use him, so that works well if you just need a defenseman to differentiate. We still do like Matt Niskanen a little bit. He's cheaper if you need sort of a lower down defenseman to use. But those are really the main plays. I'm really going to be just fading all of the lines from the Washington tonight.
Right on. So I guess we've covered both games already. So let's get to our puck luck picks of the day, where you give us a high, medium, and cheap, a couple of cheap picks, and your favorite stacks.
All right. So my top tier expensive player, I'm going to go with Alex Ovechkin tonight at 7.8K. There's not a lot of real good, like super expensive guys tonight, but he's pretty solid. I also like Cam Atkinson in terms of sort of like a medium to expensive player at 5.7K. I like Boone Jenner in sort of the lower tier there. And in terms of a really super cheap play, I'm definitely going to go with Jake Gardiner tonight. at 3.6K. I like. There's really only one main stack that I'm going to be targeting tonight, which is probably going to be that top Columbus stack with Dubois, Atkinson, and Panarin. So they're the only really one that's expensive that you can actually use. So probably going to be hitting them quite a bit tonight. And then there's one mini stack that I really like in particular, which is Jones and Vanek. I think Vanek's on the first power play. Yeah, so that's a good sneaky little mini stack you can do there.
Yeah, for sure. All right, that sounds good. We'll wrap things up at that. I'll remind you to go to our website again, puckluckfantasy.com. Check it out. You'll see all these value picks that we've been talking about. You can see all the orders, anything else in there that we didn't talk about. There's lots that we can't talk about because we do have to do this in less than 15 minutes each week. Until we get 1,000 subscribers. So everybody needs to tell your friends to subscribe. And we'll have a couple, maybe 2 or 3. So check that out. Put your email in, sign up. We're going to be doing a lot this off season, and even maybe you'll start to see a couple things by the end of the playoffs. We're going to be going hard this off season, getting this all up and running. So definitely sign up now. And check out our Twitter page, Puck Luck Fantasy. Subscribe to Stitcher, Puck Luck Fantasy, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like and comment. Do all that great stuff. And we will see you maybe on Wednesday, depending on how the outcome of these games go. Thank you for watching.